Unprecedented government spending to electrify the auto industry. Will it work? Well, we're already seeing a supercar manufacturer say, maybe not so fast. And we'll take you back to the before times and George Barris and some of his favorite movie star cars. I'm Rick Walker. All that and a whole lot more coming up right here on the SST Car Show. SST is brought to you by Super Geeks. Geek out at supergeekssuperstore.com or talk to a real super geek at 1-866-248-1490. Hey everyone, I'm Rick Walker. Welcome back to the SST Car Show special edition today with highlights from recent SST and Maverick News broadcasts where we've been talking about the electrification of the auto industry. We're going to kick things off now with a $15 billion announcement and Justin Trudeau in Canada. Let's start with this big announcement, this thing with Trudeau and Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Prime Minister Trudeau, along with the Premier, made a monumental visit to Alliston, marking a magnificent milestone, in Canada's automotive industry. So what's this all about? Well, here's the scoop. In what the government is saying is a historic proclamation, Trudeau unveiled a colossal $15 billion investment aimed at revolutionizing Canada's automotive landscape. Trudeau proudly declared that this is the largest auto investment in the nation's history. This is setting the stage for a groundbreaking shift, ladies and gentlemen, towards, you guessed it, electric vehicles. So this investment isn't just a drop in the bucket. According to the government, according to Trudeau, it's a game changer. So this is what they have in mind: a retooled plant, an electric vehicle battery plant, and not one but two critical battery parts facilities spread across Ontario. It's a massive overhaul of the automotive supply chain and a big portion of the auto industry itself. But wait, there's more. Honda could be stepping up to the plate with a proposed 10% electric vehicle supply chain investment tax credit. And that's not all. They might just snag an extra 30% clean technology manufacturing investment tax credit. Now, isn't that a sweet deal for Honda? With that kind of tax money going into this redevelopment of the auto industry, this overhaul, if you will, I'm kind of beginning to wonder, like, where's my car? I would say free, but it isn't free. I mean, like, when do I get my car? Since I've paid for it with my tax dollars already. This is massive. They've already dumped, I don't know how, I can't even count how many billions of dollars into facilities with other auto manufacturers like Stellantis, Volkswagen in St. Thomas, and now these facilities with Honda. This is a crazy amount of money. I sure hope it works. If this investment doesn't pay off, we are all going to be on the hook. Anyway, here's Trudeau at today's announcement. We'll start with this.
Va investir pour créer la première chaîne d'approvisionnement complète de véhicules électriques au Canada. A whole ecosystem will be built with 4 new manufacturing plants in Ontario, including an EV assembly plant, a standalone battery manufacturing plant, and 2 plants for battery components. These investments will create well over 1,000 well-paying manufacturing jobs, as well as many, many construction jobs, and of course, jobs all across Ontario and the country for auto parts suppliers. But this announcement isn't just about creating jobs. It's about securing good jobs and careers for the coming decades and even the coming generations. Les grandes entreprises.
So, as you said, this is a massive overhaul, but you know, things kind of went a little bit sideways during this news conference. I mean, Honda very happy with this. Local politicians happy with this because it contributes to their tax base. It stimulates the economy with our tax dollars. It is a public-private partnership, to be sure. But this happened at today's news conference as well. A reporter who I guess is maybe falling out of love with the Prime Minister and even the Premier of Ontario, or maybe already has fallen out of love. Remember, it was an extended honeymoon for Justin Trudeau, not so much anymore. This reporter was asking for clarification on the number of jobs, direct jobs, and then spin-off jobs, and was looking for some numbers and, as I said, clarification on these numbers. And look what happened. Trudeau really loses his temper here. He throws a bit of a temper tantrum and even almost pushes Doug Ford right out of the way. Watch.
So just to be clear, no one's willing to answer the question specifically. How many jobs are being created, and what is the cost for the government deal?
If you're not going to listen to the answer of it saying 1,000 jobs created, then there's nothing we can do for you.
I just said the spin-off jobs. They said 4,200. I'm sure it's going to even get up probably to 5,000. Multiply that by 7. There's your answer. 28 to 35,000 jobs. Not today, not for tomorrow, but for decades to come.
Did you? I'm going to run that again. Look at this. Watch Ford at the end.
How many jobs are being created, and what is the cost for the government deal?
If you're not going to listen to the answer of it saying 1,000 jobs created, then there's nothing we can do for you.
I just said the spin-off jobs. They said 4,200. I'm sure it's going to even get up probably to 5,000.
Watch his eyes. Look at the very end.
There's your answer. 28 to 35,000.
As he steps back.
Not today, not for tomorrow, but for decades to come.
He looks over at Trudeau. He's not happy with Trudeau. You can see he's like, ugh. He's not happy with JT at all. That $15 billion investment with Honda from the provincial and federal governments in Canada will have a direct impact on the auto industry in both Canada and the United States. But some auto manufacturers say it's time to tap the brakes on EVs. We'll tell you more about that right after these messages.
For over a decade, Rick Walker and crew have been bringing you the best in independent automotive journalism. Now we need your help. Donate at SSTdonations.com to support independent automotive journalism. Concept Cars, the world's best automotive events. The newest technology, classic car restorations. Every donation fuels the cameras and keeps independent automotive journalism alive. Join us. Donate at SSTdonations.com.
Finally, an affordable brand name hearing solution from Signia, a global leader in hearing aid innovation, and Super Geeks. Tonight's special exclusive offer. Get cutting-edge medical-grade digital technology for just $149. Call 1-866-248-1490. Classic behind-the-ear design. Adjustable for mild, moderate, and even severe hearing loss. Traditional controls, so easy to use. Quality assured. From Signia by Siemens. Value from Super Geeks. Call 1-866-248-1490 or visit supergeekssuperstore.com. Order now.
Millions suffer from hearing loss. Super Q hearing buds from Sound of Life are today's newest solution. Affordable and fashionable. Only you'll know you're wearing a hearing aid, because these look like modern wireless earbuds. People will think you're using them with a cell phone or to listen to music. But Super Q hearing buds are actually high-tech digital hearing amplifiers. The reviews are conclusive. Super Q hearing buds are amazing. Recharge quickly, wear all day. Each bud is specially molded for a snug fit. One for the left ear, one for the right. Super Q hearing buds. Simple one-tap operation. Allows easy volume adjustment with digital noise reduction. Call 1-866-248-1490 to order. On sale, half price, just $129.99. Or order online at supergeekssuperstore.com. Order with no risk. Quality and satisfaction guaranteed.
Do you want to know what's really going on? Get to the truth behind the headlines with freedom-focused cutting-edge programs on the all-new Maverick News Channel, The Rick Walker Show, The Freedom Reporters, and The Brendan Kennedy Show, broadcasting online every night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or watch anytime on demand at mavericknewschannel.com. Go to mavericknewschannel.com and defrag your mind. New freedom-focused journalism grounded in reality for a world that has gone insane. You are watching SST.
For over a decade, Rick Walker and crew have been bringing you the best in independent automotive journalism. Now we need your help. Donate at SSTdonations.com to support independent automotive journalism. Concept Cars, the world's best automotive events. The newest technology, classic car restorations. Every donation fuels the cameras and keeps independent automotive journalism alive. Join us. Donate at SSTdonations.com.
Rimac, producer of ultra-high performance sports cars, like the Navara, they are veering away from electric vehicle production because they say their customers want old-fashioned, traditional, gasoline-powered supercars. So what you're looking at here is the Navara. It was unveiled back in 2021, still producing them, limited to 150 units. 1,914 horsepower in front of you. 2/3 of the planned production run remains available if you have the cash for something like that. But what they're saying is that their customers are losing their fascination with electric vehicles or even electric gasoline hybrid technology. Electrification is legally mandated across Europe, and nearly every company, regardless of market positioning, offers at least one EV. But the folks at Rimac are saying that even these high-end cars, their customers really want gasoline. So they're still committed to electrification. They have to be because it's all being mandated. But demand for the vehicles is in decline. Much more difficult to sell than they were even a year ago. And they're saying so. So that's the Navara. Now, an icon, an automotive icon, the Chevy Malibu is being discontinued. Here, run a little bit of footage for you. There you go, Chevy Malibu. I'm sure you're all familiar with them. This is the mid-size sedan, but the market for sedans is also on the decline. As a result, Chevrolet is discontinuing production after 60 years. They're gonna do away with one of the most popular, most successful nameplates in automotive history, the Chevy Malibu. It's come in many sizes and shapes, some of them high performance, sometimes family cars. It's the last sedan still sold by Chevrolet, by General Motors. Malibu production will end in November. The factory in Fairfax, the Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas City, is being reconfigured and will build a new generation of the Chevrolet Bolt electric vehicle. So as a result, Chevrolet will end up selling only trucks, SUVs, and the Corvette. The king of customizers, remembered right after this. Finally, an affordable brand name hearing solution from Signia, a global leader in hearing aid innovation, and Super Geeks. Tonight's special exclusive offer. Get cutting-edge medical-grade digital technology for just $149. Call 1-866-248-1490. Classic behind-the-ear design. Adjustable for mild, moderate, and even severe hearing loss. Traditional controls. So easy to use. Quality assured. From Signia by Siemens. Value from Super Geeks. Call 1-866-248-1490 or visit supergeekssuperstore.com. Order now.
For over a decade, Rick Walker and crew have been bringing you the best in independent automotive journalism. Now we need your help. Donate at SSTdonations.com to support independent automotive journalism. Concept Cars, the world's best automotive events. The newest technology, classic car restorations. Every donation fuels the cameras and keeps independent automotive journalism alive. Join us. Donate at SSTdonations.com.
Sally hates paying for cable TV, so she got the Super Geeks Super Tenna. Sally called 1-866-248-1490 and ordered online at the supergeekssuperstore.com. Now she watches dozens of high-definition TV channels for free. Sally gets all the major networks and specialty channels, even old classic shows. You can too, and save money every month. 100% legal. No more monthly fees. Her picture quality is as good as or better than cable. She even gets channels the cable companies don't offer. Compact enough to mount in your attic or on your balcony, and tough enough to mount on your roof. Plus, the Super Tenna comes with a video amplifier and wireless remote control. Call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Get smart like Sally and order your Super Tenna at supergeekssuperstore.com.
Millions suffer from hearing loss. Super Q hearing buds from Sound of Life are today's newest solution. Affordable and fashionable. Only you'll know you're wearing a hearing aid, because these look like modern wireless earbuds. People will think you're using them with a cell phone or to listen to music. But Super Q hearing buds are actually high-tech digital hearing amplifiers. The reviews are conclusive. Super Q hearing buds are amazing. Recharge quickly, wear all day. Each bud is specially molded for a snug fit. One for the left ear, one for the right. Super Q hearing buds. Simple one-tap operation. Allows easy volume adjustment with digital noise reduction. Call 1-866-248-1490 to order. On sale, half price, just $129.99. Or order online at supergeekssuperstore.com. Order with no risk, quality and satisfaction guaranteed.
Hey, car lovers, rev up your wardrobe. Crafted by Dickies, these long-sleeve shirts are not just stylish, they're a testament to durability. Whether you're at a car show working hard or hitting the streets, our shirts provide comfort, ease of movement, and a generous fit. Support independent automotive journalism in style. The SST Car Show logo, embroidered in stunning silver metallic thread on the left breast, makes a tasteful statement. Yours for just $39.99. Order now through Super Geeks at thesupergeeksuperstore.com or call 1-866-248-1490. Call now, 1-866-248-1490. Join the world's coolest gearheads in style. Get your SST Car Show shirt where high quality meets high octane. Order your Dickies SST Car Show shirt now. And if you order one of those embroidered shirts, I'll send you one of these Batmobiles. I've got a variety of different ones. They're all Batmobiles, though. This one's from the animated series. We also have, like, the Val Kilmer style, Batman Forever, a few different Batmobiles. 1/64 scale Hot Wheels Batmobile die cast. I'll send you one along with the shirt if you donate. Happy to do that. So John donated, and I sent him a couple of these Batmobiles, and we got into a conversation about it, and I was telling him that I've been very privileged, very lucky over the years because of my automotive show, right? The SST Car Show, to be able to actually sit in some actual Batmobiles. And I also shared with him this story about meeting George Barris, the designer and builder of the 1960s Batmobile, which is actually I think it's super cool. You know, this is the Batmobile that was used in the television series in the 1960s with Adam West and Burt Ward. And I have that interview with George Barris queued up here. I've met George Barris quite a number of times. I thought I'd share it with you here tonight because we've been giving away these Batmobiles to people who donate and pick up these embroidered shirts like this one. You can have one of these SST shirts if you donate at freedomreporters.com. Here, I'll put it up on the screen. freedomreporters.com. That's the easiest way to do it. You can also donate at maverickdonations.com. And you might get one of these Batmobiles while supplies last. But I thought it was a great time to just queue up this old interview that I did with George Barris, who passed away a number of years ago now. Well, about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago now. Probably about 5 years ago he passed away. But always fun when I was able to connect with him. We did a number of interviews. The first time I met him was at the Volo Automotive Museum near Chicago. Very cool place. The place is full of movie cars. And they were very gracious and allowed us to go in there and shoot a bunch of video, when we visited there a couple of times. And that's where I met George Barris the first time. Now, this particular interview was done at the Steve Plunkett estate in London, Ontario, where they used to do a fantastic automotive event called the Fleetwood Country Cruise-In. George Barris became an annual guest there. And there were some tribute vehicles on display. Let's just go to the interview, and I'm just going to let George speak for himself. And he talks about the beauty and the allure of collectible die-cast cars, talks about how it allows everyone to enjoy the magic of movie cars, regardless of your budget. So what's this behind me, you say? The Munsters coach? Well, not quite. It's actually a tribute vehicle, a Munsters coach tribute, and it's owned by Arnold and Karen Robbins of Waynfleet, Ontario. Now, this thing is pretty accurate. They've done a really good job of reproducing the original Munsters coach from the original television series. There were actually several Munsters coach vehicles. Some were shown in the television program, and There were more made for promotional purposes, and even today, those vehicles travel around to car shows. But this car is not one of them. However, it was signed by George Barris, who's walking right there. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot George Barris. There he is, the man who built the original Munsters coach. There he is. There he is. George, what do you think of this Munsters coach?
They do a craftsman job as much as they could to make it look like the Munsters. The main thing is it's a part of what somebody in Canada can do with the Munster coach. Gives you an idea of our movie and TV cars in USA into Canada. Makes it a worldwide personality.
It is, thanks to you. Because George is the guy who built the original Munsters coach and the Batmobile and many other movie cars.
And the Munsters and the Beverly Hillbillies and the Knight Rider and the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's right. So everybody can even own a die-cast version of all those cars.
Yeah, they can have it in all kinds of ways.
That's right. Thank you very much,
And
George.
that shows you what a personal person can do with their old car that they can drive.
That's right. And all the inspiration came from this guy right here, the king of customizers.
Thank you again, all.
Thank you very much, George. Our
Thank you.
privilege. Thank you so much.
Hey, see you all later.
So check out the detail on this thing. I mean, the air breather up here, very close to the original. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but very close. And if you're not sure how close this thing is, all you have to do is look at one of those die-cast cars that George mentioned. There's one right there, 1/18th scale, Munsters coach in die-cast. All the detail is right there. You can look at that thing and compare all the detail on this, and you can see how good this thing is. From the red interior, which is not crushed velvet, it's a different kind of material, but really, I mean, it's very close. Wrought iron stepping plates, the paint, of course, and the gold trim, the wood steering wheel, the coach lights, and of course, the signature setting the whole thing off from the king of customizers himself, whom you just heard from, George Barris, right there. Well, friends, it's been a fantastic show. That's all the time we have for this episode of SST. So until next time, I'm Rick Walker reminding you, when you can't get to the car show, we will bring the car show to you online at SSTcarshow.com. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.